Welcome back. In today's video, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how you can simply dilute and reconstitute IV ceftriaxone and sulbactam for injection 1.5 milligram. So this is ceftriaxone sodium and sulbactam sodium for injection, which is 1.5 milligram and 20 ml of sterile water for injection. So ceftriaxone is antibiotic which fails under penicillin, which is a third generation cephalosporin. So in today's video, I just want to show you how you can simply prepare and dilute IV or IM ceftriaxone and sulbactam sodium for injection. So before you start, make sure you gather all the supplies that you require for you to perform. For instance, you may need a 21 gauge needle for you to reconstitute the drug. So you will need an alcohol swabs for you to clean the vein or for you to clean the opening of the vial. You will need a syringe. So you will need IV or IM medication, ceftriaxone sodium and sulbactam for injection. So ceftriaxone is indicated for the treatment of the following condition. Number 1 is lower respiratory tract infection. Number 2 is skin and soft tissue infections. Number 3, urinary tract infection. Number 4, that is gonorrhea, which affects the cervical, urethral and rectal. It's also indicated for the treatment of meningitis, that is inflammation of the meninges. So in today's video, I will show you how you can correctly dilute and prepare so that you can administer safely to the patient. So what you do, make sure you check the labeling of the drug, that is the expiry date of the drug. So make sure you check the expiry date of the drug, that is 12/2025. Then what you do, you have to check direction for use, that is you are supposed to reconstitute with 10 ml of sterile water for injection. So what you do, then you open the packaging of the drug. So you open, so you will find a vial containing white body of ceftriaxone sodium and sulbactam. You will also find 10 ml of sterile water for injection. Then what you do, you get the syringe together with a 21 gauge needle. So you get a 21 gauge needle, you get the syringe, you open the syringe from the manufacturer's packaging, you place it on the working bench. Then what you do, you get the 21 gauge needle, you open it. Then what you do, you get the syringe from the packaging, you attach it into the needle. Then what you do, you put back the needle, you put back the syringe into the packaging. So you open the plastic vial. Then what you do, you get an alcohol swabs. You clean the opening of the plastic vial before you start withdrawing the drug. Then you get the syringe from the packaging. You withdraw all the sterile water for injection from the plastic vial. Make sure you withdraw all the sterile water for injection from the plastic vial so that you can incorporate your water for injection into the vial so that you can reconstitute it. Then what you do, make sure you remove any air bubble. You put the needle back into the cap. You put the syringe into the packaging. Then what you do, you get the vial. You open it. Then what you do, you get an alcohol swabs. You clean the opening of the vial at least for 20 seconds. And you wait that second for it to dry. So make sure you clean the opening of the vial with an alcohol swabs. You get the syringe from the packaging. You open it from the cap. Then you incorporate all the sterile water for injection into the vial. Then what you do, you start shaking gently the vial for the drug to dissolve completely. So this is how you are going to dilute it so that you can withdraw it easily from the plastic vial. So this is how you are going to reconstitute you push the plunger, you push, make sure you transfer all the sterile water for injection into the vial. Then what you do, you remove the needle from the vial, you attach the cap of the needle. Then what you do, now I just want to show you how you can simply withdraw the drug from the vial. Then what you do, you get the syringe, you remove the cap of the needle. Then what you do, you put equal amount of air into the vial. Make sure you put equal amount of air into the vial. You inject it, equal amount of air into the vial. Then you hold the vial in a horizontally so that you can withdraw the drug from the vial. Make sure you keep the needle in line with the drug to avoid air purple rushing into the syringe. Make sure you withdraw all the drug from the vial. Then what you do, you remove the needle from the vial. Make sure you remove any air bubble. You remove any air bubble from the syringe. Then what you do, you put back the cap of the needle. Make sure you put back the cap of the needle. Then you put your syringe into the packaging. Then what you do, make sure you put your drug alongside the patient's bed. Then you can administer safely to the patient. Then what you do, make sure before you administer, ensure that you follow the 8 rights of drug administration. That is right patient, right drug, right route, right dose, right time, right person, and the right documentation. Then what you do, you can now administer your drug to the patient. Before you start, make sure you introduce yourself to the patient. For instance, hi, my name is Dr. Daoud. I'm going to perform IV medication. Are you ready? So you have to gain consent for you to continue. Then what you do, you get your medication from the packaging. Then what you do, you get an alcohol swabs. You clean the opening of the cannula with an alcohol swabs. You get the patient's hand. Then you open the cap of the cannula. Make sure you clean the opening of the cannula with an alcohol swabs before you start administering the drug to the patient. Then what you do, you remove the cap of the needle. Then you insert it into the cannula. Then what you do, you can simply administer the drug to the patient. So this is how you are going to administer ceftriaxone sodium and sulbactam sodium for injection for the treatment of bacterial septicemia and all gram-negative or gram-positive bacteria. So this is how you are going. Then what you do, you apply pressure on the tip of the cannula. You remove the syringe from the cannula. Then you attach the cap of the cannula back into the patient's hand. Then you thank the patient for being constant along the procedure. So this is how you are going to perform.